Skye, place. Good. Normally I'd start a little easier, but she's actually a smarty pants, and today she's been listening to me pretty good as the day goes on, so that was a bigger test. Normally I would start a little bit earlier. We have done some door thresholds. We've done a little bit of place thresholds, but she wasn't enjoying the place bed very much, so I didn't want to put too much pressure on it, but now that she's going off pretty fluidly, good girl. Okay, now that she's going on and off pretty fluidly, I'm happy to apply some pressure there. She was not comfortable with it at first. Even her sends are pretty good, which is awesome. Skye, place. Place. Good. Proving me wrong on the sentence, but that's okay. Nope. Nope. No. So notice how I hold the leash in a way where I can quickly correct. Even there, I probably should have had a little less leash. I'm trusting her a little more. But I don't want to give her all of this leash because it would be very easy for her to do the thing that I don't want her to do. So I don't want to apply pressure because we've been working on leash pressure. But you'll see here, I want to be able to correct very quickly. So I don't give her a whole lot of leash. Now, we're getting some frustration because she's not getting to do what she wants to do, but that's good because I really do want her through this program working through frustration and learning how to self-regulate. So I'm okay with this frustration. It's very light amount, but it's going to help her practice for moments that are really highly frustrating, where she's practiced those skills before. Okay. Good job. Skye. Place. Good. Okay. Good job. So right now what I'm working on is place with the 3 Ds, so duration, distance, and distraction. I want to be able to start proofing these behaviors, which means making them stronger, more reliable, putting them under pressure, putting them through challenges. Basically what I want her to understand is that the only way you leave commands is with our release cue, which is okay. So I'm going to also do this with a sit. I'm also going to do this with a down. I want her to know how to hold stationary commands until she has been released. Skye, place. Good. So timing, right when that 4th paw hits the bed, I'm gonna mark a good because my criteria for place is all 4 paws on the bed. Same with a sit, I wait till their butt is down. With a down, I wait till their elbows are down. There's no half-assing it. I'm not marking a good if 2 paws are on, that 4th paw needs to go on. In terms of correction, I want to correct early. Good. So because again we're working on this, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. This is not her first time. But I am going to correct her before she does it wrong. I want to let her know, don't do the thing that you're about to do. If the dog sees us as someone who will follow through all the time, he'll start to give up. So I'm going to get some husky sass here. I want dogs to see me as someone who's going to always follow through, where they don't keep trying and pushing. If they always get away with small opportunities, they're going to try to push past that to get what they want. So they'll see this glimmer of hope and they'll keep trying. So I am just letting her work through this. She hears my dog, so it's a little bit distracting. me giving her too much eye contact, me giving her too much attention is definitely going to bring out more of this vocal. So I don't want to stare her down because she'll probably start demand barking at me. It doesn't really have much to do with engagement. She might be trying to pressure me to let her off, but I do want her again to work through some of this frustration. My ultimate goal for her in the end is that she learns, you go here, you lay down, you settle, you don't push the boundaries. If I don't test those boundaries, she'll never know that. So the next thing that I'll start to do, once she gets really good at these easier distractions, I'm going to start to do things that I know will make her come off. So maybe touching the door handle, maybe grabbing her walking gear, maybe going to where her food cupboard is. I'm going to think, what is going to make my dog want to come off of this place bed? And I want to start practicing with them in those moments to let them know, you don't come off because you hear your leash getting ready. You don't come off because you hear your food being prepped. You don't come off because you hear someone touching the door. You come off when I give you your release cue. I'm going to wait her out until she lays down. So that might take a little bit. One of the reasons she is here is for reactivity, that inability to control impulses, the inability to regulate when something is really exciting. And so if I just tried to fix that in the moment of reactivity, I'm probably going to fail because that moment is too hard, it's too frustrating, it's too exciting, it's too arousing. So I want to start setting up scenarios where she can be frustrated in a much less arousing environment. So I'm starting at home. As you can see, she already is struggling to regulate through this light frustration of not being allowed to come off the bed. So you can imagine how much she struggles in a moment where she's supposed to control her impulses because she's top-notch excited to see other dogs. And that is the reason she's reactive, is because she's too friendly and wants to play. So I'm just setting up these moments for her to learn how to regulate through frustration. This is going to be the building blocks to her regulating through frustration outside in high arousal moments. I think one of the biggest reasons she's not laying down right now is because I'm standing up and she feels like we're about to do something. Because she's actually laid down much quicker when I have sat down. If I've been like eating a meal or something like that, she actually lays down much quicker. I do have to correct her once or twice. But she tends to go lay right back down. So I have a feeling the reason she's not doing that right now is because I'm standing up and she feels like we need to be doing something, which is kind of elevating that arousal level. So I'm not actually upset about that I'm going to keep that. She has gone potty, she's had water, we've just been moving, so I'm not worried about her needs necessarily. I do want to make sure before I'm doing stuff like this that I know that their needs have been met so that I know that the frustration is not from that. The reason I like to stick to my guns at The reason I like to stick to my guns with this is because I'll probably only have to do this a handful of times, maybe 2 or 3 times, and then she's gonna stop trying to fight me. And that means a life of much easier receptivity, where if I say no, she listens because she knows I'm gonna be someone who's followed through. I've laid that foundation down. So that's a reason why I'm willing to put the time into this really boring training, because in the long run, it's going to make my life so much easier, where I don't have to keep getting frustrated because my dog doesn't listen to my no because I've been inconsistent with following through. I know some trainers will teach it down for their place. I prefer to teach dogs on their own how to get there rather than teach them how to down, because it's going to be the first step of her regulating in this moment. Right now, she has that access to want to push. When she chooses to lay down, that's already her deciding, I need to settle, and I love that. So I want her to kind of get there on her own, which is why I'm waiting her out. Good girl. That's very good. We love that. So good. Good job. Okay. Nice job. That's what we wanted to see. That is great. Oh, that was so good. That's exactly what we wanted to see.